To support this podcast, go to positivesarcasm.com/donate. Any amount is appreciated. Once again, positivesarcasm.com/donate. Thank you and enjoy the program. Jay here, positivesarcasm.com, recorded here from the Spare Parts Studio alongside New Hampshire's beautiful seacoast. Like, subscribe, share, donate. Positivesarcasm.com/donate. Any amounts appreciated. Go ahead, hit me up my website, positivesarcasm.com. You can contact me there. You can email me directly, positivesarcasm@outlook.com. Or you can hit me up through my DMs on Instagram at @positive_sarcasm. Boy. What a day. Market's going crazy. My facial hair is going crazy. Bitcoin's at $92,000 a coin. It's wild. A lot of the research that I've been doing and a lot of the people I've been listening to, it's a situation where it's not a fear of missing out. It's just a matter of calculations where if you don't get involved, the world's going to run away and you're not going to be able to catch up. So what I'm seeing unless there is some type of austerity where we stand firm and do severe budget cuts and things like that, if there's not some sort of austerity within the next year, you're going to see so much inflation. You're going to see, first of all, demand for things is through the roof. Like, there's a demand for everything. Now, like products like laptops or eBay goods or cars, things like that, I'm not seeing much on. Like, if you're a smart shopper, then that type of demand, I think, will stay low. But as far as, and food prices have, I'll get to that. But, durable products like laptops and things like that, those prices are still low. All right, in my opinion, properly shopping for those TVs, dime a dozen. Laptops, dime a dozen. Cars, dime a dozen. But when it comes to services have gone up. Services are going up again next year. As soon as January 1st hit, service prices are going up. Will the price of oil drop? Possibly. But by how much? 30 cents at this point? That's possible, but I think that's about it. I mean, it could go down 30 cents, but service prices and transportation prices are up. So obviously, even though the price of oil can drop to pre-pandemic numbers, the fact is that the cost of the vehicle, the maintaining the vehicle, has gone up. The cost of travelers' expenses has gone up. The price of the driver has gone up. These items have to be considered when it's like, why is stuff so expensive? That's one of the reasons. Transportation costs are still expensive. Food prices, they've gone up. They're up. They're not it's official. Because I just started looking at turkey prices. As you guys know, every Thanksgiving, I start looking for the price of turkeys to drop. And normally there's a spot I go to, and unfortunately, last year it was 49 cents a pound. 49 cents a pound gets you a turkey around $8. We're talking a 15, 16-pound turkey. That would feed a family of 4 for a whole Thanksgiving. I went back to the same place I did this year, 89 cents a pound. Double the price. That's not going to work. That is not going to work. Went to another place, I went to a different type of shopping center, found it for 59 cents. That still gets you a 15, 16-pound turkey for around $9. So, and there are some places that don't even have turkeys yet. And they are doing limits, 2 per customer. So that tells me something. It tells me the demand for these things, it was pretty high last year. It's probably going to be even higher this year. So the supply on a lot of things is not there. Egg prices are back to $2 more than they should be for bare minimum eggs. So everything that inflationary thing is, I don't know if it's here to stay, but it's here. It is here. regardless of what the Fed says, I see the prices. I know they've gone up. I know that they're going to stay up for a very long time. What's a long time? Could be 1 year, could be 10 years. But I don't know. I mean, there are some things that could potentially help you save your budget. And that would be like if there was some massive cost-cutting measures in the federal government. But that's a whole wait-and-see approach. Like, what can actually be done? But as far as the prices of since everything has gone up and inflationary items are here, and the interest rates are going down, which is going to drive up demand, drive up affordability. It's going to drive up demand, which means the prices are going to go back up. So these prices are going to be here for a while, especially if interest rates keep coming down. Now, how far can they come down? There's two avenues. I'm not going to go into any further details than that, but ultimately it's going to go down, which each time it goes down, the price is going to go up. So if I can afford more house or more car, then the price of those items can go up because I can afford them more. If I can afford more, I'm going to demand for more, and that's going to drive the price up. So these concerns that affordability is going to be a serious issue going forward is 100% accurate. But because of inflation, the value of the dollar decreasing, and the supply chain as far as like certain things you want, such as houses and stuff, is depending upon the area, the prices are going to remain high. And we're talking like 20, let's see, if a house in this region was 400 grand 5 years ago, they're now 600,000 easily. So, I mean, do the math on that. What's that? A 30% increase, a 30% jump, and the supply that's in the area is at a minimal. I mean, if you're smart and you attack when you have availability, you might be able to get something. And when you do, you're going to have to hold on to it for a couple of years and like pimp out the property and take care of all of it, rent it out, and then you're going to have to save like mad. And when I say save like mad, I don't mean like put it in, like I get that having cash is always valuable, especially for those times where there's a bit of a dip in the economy. But you're getting right now maybe going to get 4.25% interest on your cash just sitting there at the most. And that's going to keep going down. Every time the Fed drops interest rates, your drops like a 0.25 or a 0.5, then your cash management account is going to drop. It's going to go down in the amount of interest, and you're not going to be at like 3-4% interest, but inflation is much higher than that. You're going to get outpaced by inflation. So you'd be stupid not to buy right now. Now, what are you suggesting? Well, I can't technically suggest anything. This is for entertainment purposes only. But me, I have just gone back to buying everything. Fintech, monthly securities, high-end tech stocks, just anything at this point. Shit, the Bank of Argentina has more than tripled its stock value in the past year. So at this point, go fucking nuts. But you have to do it now. Can you buy crypto? Yes, you absolutely can. Is Bitcoin going to struggle between 98 and 102,000? Yeah, it's gonna, because that's like when people are going to be like, yeah, I sold at 100,000. They're gonna collect on their hard interest, on their hard-earned what do you call it? They're gonna take some for themselves. It would make sense that they're gonna, if it goes up to 100,000, it makes sense to cash out a little bit, absolutely. But if you don't need the money right now, just keep buying. Just keep buying. It's wild what I'm seeing. And I thought the nostalgia was gonna wear off like a couple weeks after the presidency. I don't see that happening right now. I'd say you still got another month or two to figure of the government of the stock market trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, or how to even handle this. But ultimately, inflationary pressures are there, so you might as well just keep buying. But you better save up as much. If you're not spending this money, like if you don't need it for rent, food, car, gas money, things like that, that money needs to go towards something. That needs to get into real estate. That needs to get into minerals. That needs to get into stocks. That needs to get into things that are going to build value faster than the money just sitting in some savings account, whether that savings account is 0.5 interest or 4.5 interest. It doesn't matter. Putting it in a CD, not going to work. You need to put it in something that is going to go with the inflationary with inflation. So, and that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. So, you need, and all that money, you should be saving. If you're making $1,000 a week, you should be saving between 30 and 50% of that, putting 30 to 50% of that away. If you have a 401k, a Roth IRA, stuff that fucker full. Now, after 10 years, there's no guarantee that if austerity kicks in, yeah, all assets are going to crumble. All assets are going to crumble because we can't keep inflating this bubble forever. But until then, could be, a solid several years of you just making cake. And at some point, yeah, you can pull the parachute and just slow down to putting it in something that's going to give you dividends or cash management, something like that. And then you can kind of take a knee and run out the clock. That way, if there is a severe pullback, you have the cash available to immediately take action. But right now, it's just all balls out. It's all, from everything that I'm seeing, this is what's going on. This inflationary thing is going to take off. I don't see a recession in sight. I don't see anything that's going to the prices keep going up. The stock market always goes up. It has crashes, but after it has those crashes, there's a massive consolidation of those resources, and then boom, goes through the roof. So you have to take that into account. Will there be an everything bubble? Yeah, we're in it. This is an everything bubble. So the question is, what's going to happen after that? The answer's there. It's just a question of when. It will happen. You'll see it. They'll start to see some issues and some questions, and then at that point you'll be like, all right, I'm out. But at that point, you need to crank away at saving all that money and investing in everything so that you are in a position that you're not going to get left behind trying to find a home or afford a car or insurance, because everything's just going to get more expensive. Anyways, so what am I doing? I'm practicing what I'm preaching. I'm pumping everything into stocks and things like that I can afford, and finding property that I can dive into ASAP, so that I'm not in a position where I am at the will of some landlord who's telling me how to live. No, that's not going to work for me. So my suggestion to you is put yourself in a position to start investing and getting into real estate and doing all these things. And maybe if you have a little side hustle that can give you a little bit of extra coin to invest in these things, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. If you live in an area that is just, always is ridiculously expensive, consider moving out of that area and to a place where maybe you could be in a position to save more money. If you live in LA, well, good luck to you. If you live in San Francisco, good luck to you. If you live in New York, good luck to you. Really try to find a place where you can actually maximize the amount of money that you earn. Even if you move to a place that you're going to make less money, it's going to be less expensive. And maybe and people are still in demand for good employees. So consider that. I strongly recommend getting after it now, because the world's not going to wait for you. I think things are going to speed up. As fast as they crash, as quick as they rise. Let's close up shop with a couple of dig.com Q&As. By the way, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, hit me up through my website, positivesarcasm.com. Like, subscribe, share, donate, positivesarcasm.com/donate. Any amount is appreciated. Let's go ahead and pop this up on the screen. Oh, this beard. I got another couple weeks of this thing, and then it's probably going to go away. it's been received very, very well. I don't know. It's a me thing. It's not for me. Yeah, but I am going to own it. Like, this is on my face. This is my body, and I'm going to own it. And I have owned it. So, well, I mean, at least I can do it. It's nice to know. I mean, this is only 3 weeks. Yeah, this is 3 weeks. This is just 3 weeks, which actually isn't bad. Every once in a while, people got little, like a spot. Like, I got one, like, it's right here. It's either here or here. I can't remember. It's here. Yeah. Where's that? Yeah, like right there. Like a little lack of growth. Anyways, I had this coworker called Vanessa, who always had a weirdly competitive attitude towards me. I have no idea why, unless she resents that I'm least at... What? She resents that I'm at least as skilled and valued an employee as she is, despite not being skinny or hot. Our company's summer picnic was our first in-person family party since pre-COVID, and Vanessa met my husband for the first time. Since then, she has not shut up about how cute he is and the things she'd like to do to him. I suspect this is partly, if not solely, to screw with me, since my husband does not seem like Vanessa's usual type. I would go to HR, except our HR manager is a close friend of Vanessa, so I'm afraid that might impact me worse than her. Vanessa and her long-term boyfriend are in an open relationship, a fact she is extremely candid about. She wants to tell my husband that she'd like to have a threesome with... She wants to tell my husband that she'd like to have a threesome with him and one of her hot younger girlfriends. She swears that it would be a one-time thing and completely consensual and above board. If I won't tell him... She wants to give her his cell phone number so she can get in touch with him herself. She keeps repeating that if I won't at least let her put the offer to him, She keeps repeating that if I won't at least let her put the offer to him, it means I don't trust him and my marriage is a sham. Prudy, my husband, and I have been married 13 years. We have 3 kids and under 10. We love each other to death. We're monogamous and have always been faithful. ... But I can't be 1,000% sure he'd say no to a one-time threesome with 2 gorgeous women if I left it completely up to him. Is there any merit at all to Vanessa's assertions that this means we're better off divorced? What should I do? Man, that stuff can rot your brain. First of all, she needs to stay out of other people's marital affairs. Okay? Loyalty has value. It really, really does. She straight up needs to stay out of your business. And if she does contact your husband, that is a huge breach of HR guidelines. That she said that to her. She's basically saying, hey, other employee, if you don't give me information about your husband's intent towards a possible threesome, then I'm going to talk to him for you. That's like the biggest HR violation you could possibly, other than shitting on the boss's desk. This is 100% an HR violation because you're essentially saying you're threatening an employee that you want to screw their husband. So you better go ahead and convince him to do it before she goes ahead and tries to do it. So does this seem like a fireable offense? I would most certainly assume so. And guess what? If HR doesn't do anything about it, there's like the state, employment agencies that they have rules for these types of things. So, and ultimately, if this is, you could just say screw it and leave the job. That is one thing you could do because, doesn't say, it's a job. You can leave it. Especially if it employs idiots like this. Let's move on to the next one. Did I overreact? Okay, my brother-in-law is crude, sexist, misogynist, and proud of it. Are we talking about me? He's always yelling at his sisters and sister-in-laws at holiday parties to go make him a sandwich, get him a beer, and shut up, and etc. I like sandwiches. I make them myself. I don't really drink beer. I have told people to shut up. So I guess we're 1 for 3. So maybe it's not me. But I wouldn't rule it out. He also thinks it's hilarious When I was pregnant, he made inappropriate remarks about my breasts and baby bump until my husband finally shut that down. But then he'd complain about my husband being a simp. My parents-in-law, my in-laws, had the whole family over. My daughter was enjoying an ice pop. My brother said loudly, "Good practice. You're going to be so popular with the boys." Wow. I don't think I've ever said that. Is it overreacting that I was completely repulsed and disgusted? I removed her from the room and told my brother-in-law to stay away from her. I told my husband that his brother shouldn't be allowed near her ever again. My in-laws say it was a harmless joke that my daughter didn't even understand, and it was me who caused the scene. I'm not sure if I'm biased because I already dislike the man so much, but what would I ever say or even think someone like that to a toddler? That's pretty dumb to say to a toddler. That's because, first of all, yeah, the kid doesn't know what that means, but you know goddamn well what that means. And to say that to a toddler, that's pretty pathetic. This dude he sounds like just a giant asshole who's never checked and just is completely unfiltered in the most inappropriate of ways. Does he sound like a dickhead? Yeah, he sounds like a dickhead. Could you be maybe over-construing it? Maybe a little. But the middle ground here, the middle ground tells me that something's up with this dude, and clearly he needs to be checked. The best way for him to be checked is for your husband to step up and see what a simp can do when the brother-in-law continues to run his mouth. Let's do another one. I have an older brother whom I love dearly. Unfortunately, he has become increasingly boorish at holiday get-togethers. Now we're talking about me. He's super smart, me. Very strong opinions, me. And ideas that he forces people to listen to ad nauseum, me. If you disagree with any of his views, you are an idiot. Well, I wouldn't go that far, guess. He has alienated several guests who no longer care to be invited to my home. Okay. Anyways, not inviting him is not an option with the holidays fast approaching. I feel like I should discuss this situation with him, but the thought makes my stomach turn. Well, maybe he needs to listen. If he wants to get, listen, any family member can be kicked out for any reason, from a wedding, from a funeral, from a quinceañera, doesn't matter. Annoying family members should absolutely be kicked out of whatever situation they're causing a problem with, and you need to let him know that this is the warning shot. This is it. I'm telling you right now, if one more batter gets hit, I'm throwing everybody out of this game. So he needs to keep his mouth shut if he wants to continue to be part of the family holiday event things, because that type of behavior, unacceptable. Like, just strong opinions. It's like, during the holidays, keep your fucking opinions to yourself. Let's do one more. My teenager has long hair that tangles easily. He wants to keep it long, but he's also a teenage boy. He's just a teenager, big. He's just not the best at caring for it. He washes it daily, but doesn't awfully fully comb it. Because he's in a rush in the morning every few weeks. He gets so tangled. I insist on him tangled, combing it out for him. Spent 45 minutes combing out the tangles. Had to cut a few pieces. They were so matted. Obviously no fun. He swears he would take care of it. Combination of products, made blah, blah, blah. Is there a magic conditioner? He doesn't want to combing his hair. Dude, clean your fucking hair. Clean your hair. Comb your hair. If you can't take care of it, you don't deserve to have it. That's with anything in life. If you don't take care of something, then you don't deserve to have it. So if you got some nappy-ass, matted, long hair, and you look like a Kurt Cobain drowned, then you shouldn't have it. You need to cut that shit down. Yeah, he doesn't want to cut it, and I don't want to make him cut it. Well, look, he needs to cut it. If he's not going to take care of it and comb it and do the right things, then he doesn't deserve to have it. That's it. Or just say, it's your teenage son. I don't know how old he is, but if he's old enough to live in your house, he's old enough to live by your rules. Or, excuse me, if he lives into your house, he lives by your rules. There is some merit in that. But yeah, just fix your hair. Just clean it up. Come on. Put it in one of them stupid-ass man buns. Do something other than what you're doing. All right, we're at almost 25 minutes. I'm going to close up shop for this week's dig.com Q&A. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, or want to know what stocks I'm looking at, go ahead and email me directly, positivesarcasm.com, positivesarcasm@outlook.com, or you can hit me up in my DMs, positive_sarcasm. Video version of this podcast available on Rumble and on YouTube. And, of course, audio version anywhere where podcasts are available, including downloadable and streamable from my website, positivesarcasm.com. In the meantime, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. And I'll check in on y'all next week. Recorded here from the Spare Parts Studio alongside New Hampshire's beautiful seacoast. For entertainment purposes only, this has been a Positive Sarcasm presentation.